Hi, welcome back to Disco Elysium. I just tried to record a demo of a game because I want to go to bed soon-ish and try to sleep a little earlier, and I gotta be able to wake up Sunday so I can play some D&D with my friends and all that good stuff. And I am getting quite tired, so just gonna do a little thing, and it's called Halston or Halstein or something, some game that I saw at one of the game conferences. Looked very interesting. Opened the game, it opened the window, I was able to record it. I picked, there were like 2 choices for demos, and then there was gonna be a 3rd one coming out this year. I don't know why they have like different demos coming out. That's crazy. But clicked the first one, it opened up in a new window. Could not record that window. No matter what I did, I couldn't record it. Maybe that's by design, surely not, I don't know. Had to give up. And what I originally wanted to play was Disco Elysium, but then I thought it's kind of late, I kind of don't want to do it now. But we can just not make a video that's more than an hour long. We can just go 30, 40, 50 minutes. We don't have to be crazy with it. So let's just get started. Let's not waste time. Too late, but hello. Am I just realizing I can move around with WASD? Did I know that? And the arrow keys as well? I've always been pressing, right? And then you can like hold it. Which I kind of like for a game like this. Makes sense to press, you know, Baldur's Gate and stuff like that. Press. Shift to run? Oh my good lord. Wow, well, we are going to the pawn shop to sell some rims that our sweet Kim offered us because we cannot afford to pay back the hotel manager because we went on a bit of a, you know, a sewer grate gateway to the river of filth. Great way to put it. What are you? A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Great. We're at the water. There is indeed a drawbridge. A butter sign down? It does say butter on it. You can talk to it.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. 2 ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
Surely you're not gonna climb over it. Surely. Where's Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
There's a boy on the billboard? Sure. Let's try to attempt to reconstruct what happened here.
Just some tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
Stay hydrated. Okay. Waterlock out of order until Wednesday. I'm sorry if my audio, my mic is weird. I don't know, since I had to go through all that new PSU thing and replug in all my things. My mic had some different settings. And it was low, and then it was louder, and then it was low, and I think it's back to normal. It seems good, and I just watched another video the video I tried to make of the demo, and audio seemed good in that one, so I think we're good, but maybe I peek it sometimes if I get really close to the man. Anyway. Roy's pawn shop. Okay. Let's pawn it up. Some kind of machine. An antique cash register, maybe. Maybe. Is anybody in here? Mostly military wear, with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Oh, there's a guy there. Welcome to the pawn shop. Thank you, I'll talk to you in a second. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says ED? EDI? What is that? In the dark, a film projector is wearing away. Wiring in. Hello?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
That's quite a wiring noise in my right ear.
Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy. Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
Okay. Blue uniforms?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
This looks like Renee, the old guy. What are these? Yeah, it looks like that guy.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Nice. What exactly are these?
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
A little bit, maybe, a little bit. Figurines and the rags?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Whoa. I wish the sound in my right ear would go away, but it will in a second, I guess.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers.
Yeah, really.
I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it. The contrast is meant to be disheartening. It is impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. That's my friend Guard. Word. I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment. No, it's meant to give people hope, eh?
Maybe.
Maybe. Great. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
I just suck at everything. Did it say I had more tries?
Hey, psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again.
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Yes, we should all stop building love. Love has worked out really well for me. I'm a love winner.
Good. We need tender men like you building gargantuan communism. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted by human beings. Is that right?
I don't know. How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets.
Yeah.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
That's kind of the opposite that I'm saying. Let's keep people alive. I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those. I might have said a few mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
Good Lord.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Well, first of all, what's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
Oh no.
Now get to work, comrade.
I might opt out of this one. I don't know that I'm really built to rebuild the dreams of the working class. I don't know that I have that in me. It sounds a bit too tiring. Although, be fun gameplay? No, I don't have it in me.
Very well. I guess no one will build communism then.
Oh,
Tell
well.
the working man it's over, unless anyone has objections.
Kim?
No objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve a classless society. Everyone knows this.
Everyone is aware of this fact.
Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one. There's one.
What should I do?
You should build communism. Precisely because it's impossible.
No, shut up. I want to lie down and let the water carry me downstream. Right. Okay. Okay, we'll do it. Fine.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squad? She didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Sure I can. I'm not that bad at cooking. All I need is... For an omelette, you probably need 2 eggs, eh? Roll your sleeves up and breathe in the pristine air. We gained the thought. Is that what we were doing this whole time? Or is that this new? We have this. But now we have this. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right. Until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore 64. Red. Commodore 64. Right? Spiritual corpse skipped prostitutes and Krasmasov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. Ghosts. Ghosts. He is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Boy, oh boy. Don't that sound great? I'll be with you.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Yeah. Let your gaze run over the streetlight.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
It's not a streetlight.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where'd you get it?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
I was just curious.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
How much?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
You out of your mind? This one just like that on every corner. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems a bit steep.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
I do not have such money. Not even closely. I do not want it. I don't even have a home, do I? I don't know, man.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on your tippy toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep this Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Just 12. What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work? Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music.
Said no one ever. Because everyone likes some music. Well, I guess there are people. But whatever. Could it come in handy? It's a weird thing to ask, but could it?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Just $12, huh? Equip this to play tapes. I do want it. This thing, huh? I don't see it. That's okay. It's there somewhere. I trust it. I'll come back for that. Gonna talk to you.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. Shake your head. It's shameful how insufficient the police presence is in these parts. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection, I may have something to add to it. Typical vacuous? Like it's vacuous. Consumerist objects. Good lord, you're testing me here. Honestly, I think some of your selections are press your finger to your lips more tasteful than others. Of course, that's the whole point. Anyway, I mean,
It keeps me entertained.
good. Low. This is a white check. You may retry it. Is it Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? There's something I'd like to sell. You might be able to aid our investigation. By the way, do you happen to have any guns? Like the ones that maybe cops might carry while on duty? We can get into that after we've made the sale. Is Roy high?
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
True. Let's make the sale first.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
I'm sorry, Kim, but, you know.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
I never really agreed to this amount, but that sounds good, I guess.
Thank you.
Kim, you can, in fact, keep most of it, although I would like it. There's a lot of things I'd love to buy, but it is rightfully mostly your cash.
Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Yeah. It's 130 I need? Wasn't it like 40?
The windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'd like to sell my clothes. I do have some clothes that I might not wear that you can have. There's a pawn menu. First of all,
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
yeah.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Yeah. Okay, Lieutenant's handkerchief. It's not really worth much, I don't. And a pen, I think, will come in handy. Now, a shot-put ball. And this filament memory, I don't know if I need that in that place, if I can do something with it. I'd rather not sell it and regret it. Same with this. I don't know, maybe I can go to them old men playing something and I can play with this. Or maybe it's completely useless. I guess Proxy will let me know. Oh, just sell it, man. Just sell it. What, you stupid in your head? Just sell it. And then I'll do that next time I come here. I think I can sell this though, right? It's antique. It doesn't work. I'll get some money. Take it. No comment. It would have been cool, like an antique something. Pretty nice. Alright, thank you.
Another time, perhaps.
You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
Fair enough. I'm sure I will come across some sort of object or item in the future that I might need to ask you about.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Dancing colors. By the way, do you happen to have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Didn't we talk about you possibly pawning your... Kim, you're about to say something, aren't you?
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
Oh God, indeed.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Kim. At least I sold you my gun.
You,
With Kim here too. That just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I would like to know the full story.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
I'm well aware, but do go into a little bit of detail.
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight, and that you need the money.
Wow. We were deep down in it, huh? We were deep, deep down in the ocean.
When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Jesus. Oh, man. I really should have done it, huh? So sorry you had to see me in that state. Happens to the best of us, I guess.
It certainly does, especially in Rivershoal.
Was the buyer a policeman?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
You're a pawn shop, man. You sell to any customer with money, right? I don't know, that's the whole point.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
A terrifying woman, referring to herself as a pig, bought my gun. Good. That's good to know.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
He's got a stone cold face. That face does not change for anything. He looks like this during sex or a really violent poop. This face does not change. There is only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante. Wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Yeah. Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Fair enough.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
I'm sure I will. At least I know. At least I now know how I lost my sidearm.
Of course.
Got some experience from that, so cool. Sure. Yay. Didn't it say this was... I have to put points into electrochemistry to open this again. Do I really care though? Bird's Nest Roy. Anyway. So. How much money was it? Tell me the damn money. Was it 130? 140? I want to buy that thing. You know what? We'll pay for damages first, and we'll come back here tomorrow. We can, we'll come back when we need to play a tape. Cause I don't have a tape. No tape. Also, again, can I sell these items? Do I need them? Will there ever be a purpose to them? Or can I just sell them? Alright, anyway, we got the money. This is pretty good timing for the video, I think. Going to bed and then going to bed in real life as well. Hello, friend.
Can I help you?
About that money, I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
How much?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Right, I got your money.
Well,
Here's 130 real. Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. I'm sorry for the trouble. I will say that. We're changed men. Kim has brought that sun behind him. He's a flashing light and we see he is a symbol of hope of what we may yet become again.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
No problem.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Right.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
20. Alright, so we can spend money, any money above 20. And that's just what we happen to have right now. So, yeah.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
No. No. Let's go to bed. Also, level, we have a point. Ugh, we leveled up. Electrochemistry. What do we get? What do we need? I don't know. More physique? Let's put a hold on it for a second. If you guys have a suggestion, let me know. Otherwise, I'll do it in the morning. In the next episode, I'll pick something. Right now, I don't want to think about it. We paid the money. After 10. Yeah, it is after 10. Kim can answer any lingering questions you may have about the case. Let's go. Before we call it a night. It has been 38 minutes. Alright, so we talked to him for, 5-10 minutes, and then we go to bed. Oh, we can run. Man, can you imagine? Homie had no idea. This is the balcony you want to talk on? Hello?
Yes? What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
I just know what you told me.
Do you want me to brief you?
Brief. Yeah.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez.
Yeah?
An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
Right. It just been there for 4 days. And finally somebody called about it. And it was a security guard. Got it.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings.
Of course.
The caller did not identify him. but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines.
I picked
I was
up on
told
that.
we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Yeah. Okay, well, we don't know, do we? But... Right. Does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was
Right.
just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
And the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Yeah, that's a bit far. Our job here is to find the killer? Hold on, and the RCM is?
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
Yeah, I kinda knew that. RCM... no, never mind. I was thinking about something else. Wait. No, see? Oh my... there's two words, or two... abbreviations. What do you call it when it's just letters? Anyway. Whatever. Moving on. So we're here to find the killer?
That's right.
Yeah. Preliminary?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did.
No, I got it.
3 days ago,
I know.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify.
Yeah.
Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
And we've been over this, but
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved, you know, something supernatural. White man in his 40s, what more do you need? Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious.
Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Yeah.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
Bit of both.
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case.
Is this a strike or an attempted coup?
Strike, coup, revolution. It's brigandage, however you parse it.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
God, I'm not good at those opinions. I try to live my life with having the least amount of opinions possible. We should ground the workers into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. Aren't we the pigs, though? We should ground the owners into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. With this little foreknowledge, I am unsure which side to grind into pig's feet. The decision must ferment in me. Also, nationalism. I don't think grounding one or the other side into pig's feet will do anyone favors. I am really, really smart. I've spent the last 20 seconds deciding on which side to ground into pig's feet. Why? No, I'm really smart. I don't think This game, man.
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them.
Of course.
I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
Yeah, we don't want any shit in our faces.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
No, I guess not. I guess that's it. Kim,
Good.
Thank you. It's 11? It is actually... It's 11 for me as well. Well, it's 10:52, so we're pretty much there. Not at night, though, in the morning. But with this, I can try to sleep maybe 7 hours, wake up at like... Well, it'll be a while before I fall asleep, so maybe around 7, a bit before 7, and then I'll be able to sleep a little earlier tomorrow, because I'll probably... I've been doing this like diet and working out thing really consistently, and finally today, and then tomorrow as well, I've had a little bit of like chocolate, and it's like the greatest thing ever. Oh my god. And I'm gonna have a little bit of alcohol tomorrow, get a little bit drunk, and that'll probably make me tired early as well. And I just sometimes, every 3, 4, 5 weeks, everything sort of inside of me is like trying to break out, and then I just need a little day of just letting loose and having a little drink, having some snacks, having to not really worry about anything and just having a good time, and then it's all good again, and then I'm back to, it's like a little driver update and a little PC restart. I need a new PSU. Every 5 weeks, give me a new PSU. Alright, you seem to be following me. Can I talk about you?
What about me?
I think we've done all this. You ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain? Because I do all the time. And the only difference right now is I just do it out loud for that. I guess that's why I'm good. Well, I am not the one to say that I'm good at being a Let's Player, because I don't have a lot of viewers, and maybe that's telling, but it always felt quite natural to just keep talking. I don't know. Some people always talk about doing scripts and this and that. It's like, I just talk. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Yeah. Rudimentary.
The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school.
Yes.
But this isn't an old school case.
I get it. This is what I said last time, huh? So how do you, just not respectfully.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us.
Haha.
For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
Yeah.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook, and that's where his conversations with himself. We all have our different mediums.
Good.
Boink.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Is that me? Are we at empathy? Empathy? It's like the one thing I got going on for me? Normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions? That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's gotta keep it sane, right? Isn't that right, Insane Dane? I do not live up to my name at all. But I also do. If you lived inside of me and you... Okay. This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it? It is. That's me. No, this. God, that's funny. It's too funny not to say it.
It's also about that, but it's also more.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's the hangover.
No.
Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you
Huh?
it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
That sounds good. You get me, game. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this video game. Kind of, maybe. Potentially. I'm definitely down for that. Where is it?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
I see. How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
What about all the things that are wrong now? Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like? Opt out? No. The things that are wrong now.
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future.
Correct. No, yeah, correct.
You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working.
What's the saying? Something about planting the seeds of the trees like your forefathers and... No, you plant the tree not so that you may enjoy, but so that the future generations may enjoy the shade of something about doing stuff now that's not for you but for future yeah, you get it.
What rationality? What benevolence?
Benevolence. Wait, is the Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things or just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Yeah, I don't want chaos and bloodshed.
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national.
I wonder if throughout this whole playthrough, this game is gonna manage to describe a lot of how I think and see the world and how because I literally cannot put words to how my brain functions. It's weird, and I don't know what words to use to describe anything. I'm by no means a perfect human being. I lack in a lot of areas that other people's got. But then certain areas, I think that if everyone else was like I am, the world would be a better place. You know, of course you gotta strive to be a good human being that you want. You know, living in a glass house and all that. Yeah, maybe this game can slowly explain who I am and put words to it, because I can't.
It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Sounds incredible. That seems fine. I still want to live for the present, though. Man, that kind of sounds terrible. I don't think I want to be a moralist anymore. No, I think we finally found something that I maybe can actually be like, yep. Instead of taking no sides, I might be, I'm in.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
I'm just opting in and saying, yeah.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Oh, yeah. Wow, great. Kingdom of Conscience is a thing that I want. Heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally, you begin to notice a change in the weather, like the snow that suddenly appeared. When it snows. The flakes are softer when they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. The ideals of DeLorean humanism are reinstating themselves. How can they not? These are the ideals of the Coalition and the Moralist International. Those guys are signal blue. And they're not only good, they're also powerful. What will it be like once their nuanced plans have been realized? So I can do one of these instead of doing one of these, right? That is what we did last time. I kind of like this one though. It resonates with me. The others I just did because, you know, and I kind of had to, didn't I? This one, I think, just because it was there. Don't make me regret it. Did that stop the other one? Or we got both of them going at the same time? I think we do. Does this give me any negative anything? No. But this one gives me -2 to half light. And half light, of course, is let the body take control. Threaten people. Yeah, well, we don't like that anyway. Alright. Gucci. Let's go back in. It's getting cold. He's ready. He was ready for that. Where do you get to stay? Over here, maybe? Because, you know.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Yeah. I take it that's your room. So,
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
I sure did, didn't I? Good night, Lieutenant. KK, my man, I'll see you in the morrow. Really, I'll probably see you next week. Take care, my man.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Buddy, we just did that. I thought that's the whole moment we just had. I should have done this first. Oh man, I was so ready for this. I'd had a whole kingdom of realization. What was it? Consciousness.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost.
you're
But
a
I also
smoker.
remember
Huh?
you wanting to discuss the RCM.
I didn't know you smoked.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Fair enough. If you only smoke once every day, just at night, I guess fair enough.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I don't think smoking makes you look cool. If you want to smoke, go ahead and smoke. I mean, I don't know, cigarettes are kind of dumb though. Do they do much for you? Alcohol makes you drunk. Drugs are bad, okay, but they do make you feel different things, so if people really want to do it, I'm not gonna stop them. But smoking cigarettes, does that really do anything for you? Except making you addicted to smoking cigarettes? I don't know, I guess you enjoy the feeling and the flavor the same way I enjoy chocolate. Chocolate doesn't do much for me except give me some joy with diabetes. I think I might want to pick up on smoking. No, we don't. But how did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Yeah. You know, I just wanted to call you cool.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Yeah. Right. Debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
It has. Like, crazy long, like 50 hours. Okay, maybe not, but how do you think it went?
Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hanged man. So we didn't even inspect the body.
Dang it, and I even tried multiple times.
And there's still much to do at the crime scene too. We didn't search it thoroughly enough.
Okay. Is that just the body, or there's still things around? Because I'm pretty sure we went around.
He would have put all of this more harshly, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably because he's afraid that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
I will be in better shape tomorrow. Assuming I'm in control of that. No drinking tonight. For this guy, anyway. For me, yeah, but it's all part of the plan. Starting from the outside, I'm working back toward the scene of the murder. I'm sorry I couldn't do more today. I'm just not a very good cop, am I? Don't worry, Kim, I'll be in much better shape tomorrow, I think.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews,
Yeah?
we weren't able to find the union leader, Evrat Claire, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, sounds good. We did talk to that lady on the boat who told us about Claire, right? So that's why we now want to talk to Evrat.
We talked to Joyce Messier, but
Yeah.
didn't get any information from her.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
But you were the one that wanted to stop talking and not talk too much. But it was getting late, so it was justified. I guess we'll get more information out of her tomorrow.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
It's part of the Jam Rock Shuffle. I like to waste time, you know? Like you said, we didn't even get much done today, and I'm training for a long distance run. Yeah, funny. Yeah, just how we roll in Precinct. I don't know why I do the things I do. Honestly. I don't know.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
Yeah, well.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Green and orange is a combo. That works. You almost are on it too. You're a bit beige with the pants. Could be a bit more green, and then you're right there. But, so, what are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? 1,000, why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
What else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
How can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
I agree. What if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Well, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness.
This is just true for real life, huh?
Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
That is for the best. You ever killed anyone?
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
He says it matter-of-factly and moves on.
Have I killed anyone?
That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility.
I feel like I might have.
Precinct 41 is known for a higher-than-average rate of police violence.
He's not judging you. He's respectfully acknowledging the difficulty of working in your precinct.
Right. What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
2323. And who makes all these rules?
Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze absently fixed on a window below that just went dark. Yeah. Writing.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say they was the citizens?
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moralintern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Whoa, whoa. Heavy attack there. The Moral Intern. What is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
Well, what do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats. Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Yeah.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous.
Duh? All the different ones chiming in. Dolores Day. Who the fuck is that?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
I hear you, man.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
Fair enough. I hear you, though. I hear you.
Do you?
I have an opinion. Things are bad out there. Point to the city. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges of the world's biggest organization, protecting rights. Mutter silently. Immigrants, liberal, kids, fucking men are turning into women. This is a common thing lately, right? On second thought, I don't have an opinion. Forget about it.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Vigilantes is okay with me. Sounds bad? Maybe we should make our own law. Question mark?
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
And that is a perfect time to just stare at the city.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier, is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the Gri.
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are. But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
Sorry. I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Yeah, about that. Kingdom of Conscience or whatever. Let's see, you're a member of that, too. I'm having that inner monologue right now. Dissecting that thought. It'll take me 5 hours.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Nice. Let's go. Walking ever so slowly. Kim is not a fan of running. Oh, you take the other side, because that's... Oh, wait, get away from me, man. Alright. No, you on this side. Ah, whatever, man. See? See you in the morning. At sometime. Bye. Bye. Hey, that lady was in this room. But maybe not anymore. Oh well. Was there anything I could do with this?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult to make out the outlines of the buildings below. Dark phantoms with many tiny eyes, chaotically arranged and not looking at you.
Sounds great. Time to sleep.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Great, good, nice to know. Why would I rush to bed though? Yeah.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
And just like that, the episode is done.
And then sleep then sleep doesn't come.
What? I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Weird. Wonder why. Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm. Breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to the other side. Lay on your damn back. No, you know what? I start off... No, I sleep on my back. But I always start off on the side. Looking at my screen, looking at a video, check my phone, whatever. And then finally, put everything away. Lay on my back. Try to sleep. Fall asleep. Quickly.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union?
Yeah.
And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
No, no. No, 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 no. No, no. We are asleep. We're asleep. Wow. We're sleeping. I would not have guessed this game would have a dream world or a dreamscape, did it say somewhere? That's cool. That's great. Now I'm excited to come back. I will come back next week, assuming my PC doesn't shut down and, you know, break my whole house of electricity. Thank you so much for watching. Go to sleep, just like he just did, and just like I'm about to do. Except, oh my god, it's been 1 hour and 23 minutes. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to record that demo instead of an episode of this. But now I'm happy I did, because I probably wouldn't get it done Saturday, and then I probably wouldn't get it done at all this week, and I really want to do an episode of this at least once a week. So thank you for watching. Maybe next week I could do 2 or 3 episodes, just record more. But yeah, anyway, take care. I'll see you around. Yeah.